So right now, I did this book correctly, but I need to tell you that this book, this book is basically, it's a time and money book, and it's like hard. But I need to tell you that, the way that I'm seeing it, I need to remind you that the part of my brain is damaged, and that's basically because I can't remember very well and remember how to count my money because that part of my brain is damaged. That part of my brain is damaged and that I can't remember how to count my money, so I should hope it sinks in. And with this, when I talk about the book Time and Money, you gotta understand, okay, it does say time and money. Right there. Time and money. And here, it gives you information about step-by-step skill building. But while I'm having such a hard time with it, and while I'm having such a hard time trying to learn it, I found the other way to learn it. I found the easy way to learn it, the best way to learn it. And that means if I wrote something incorrect and I did over about a lot of pages, then I can probably go to the guide of the book to see what to see it so it tells you what needs to be it tells you what needs to be corrected or fixed and all that stuff. You go to the end of the book, and then right here it has these things where it tells you how to correct it. So I go to like the end of the book, and there's a page in there that tells you how to correct it, and if it's not corrected, then I don't even know, guys. If it's not corrected, then it means I'm having a very, very hard time. If it's not corrected, that means I'm having a very hard time learning my money. I did have to learn as I can, because when I grow up, I have to know how to count my money, which I'm still working on it, and I don't know which money to count. And it's hard. But the more I go to school every day, the much I can learn it the easy way. But I have talked about the book Time and Money, which I have been I have been writing the incorrect answer, and you can't erase it because it's marker. You have to find another way to correct it. And that's by going to the end of the book and looking at which answer is the correct answer. But I got the book. It does not mean Henry likes the book. Just because I got the book does not mean I like it. What there could have been to make it easier is to like have books where I can just read about time and money. Not have to write in the answer, but read the answer. So that would be pretty better for me. Because I got that book, and I had that book over a couple of days. It was my first day with it, and I had that book over a week. I had that book over a couple of weeks, and what I said about the book is that not only to return it, but to make it sound correct. So what I did to make it easy is I took the time, because it was too hard. I took the time and I placed it on the I put the time on the clock I wanted to put the time on. So you're usually learning time with an analog clock and a digital clock. Well, that's very hard. If I was learning time and money, learning how to count my money, and learning time with an analog clock and both a digital clock. Now I do gotta look at the book to tell you how many pages it has. Right here, as you can see, it has 352 pages. That's long. But normally there would be a cure to this brain damage I have, and he thinks I can still learn even if I have brain damage. Well, that's true, but it takes forever. Or it takes time. But the book being the hardest was to learn it. Why do you think I'm sitting here having to deal with being corporal punished, having to deal with being disciplined and getting corporal punishment? Corporal punishment does not help teach the child the right thing. Instead, it hurts the child. But rather if you wrote the incorrect answer or not, corporal punishment does not help teach the child the right thing. Now, if I was going to go back to the book and review it and try to do the answer, try my hardest to put in the correct answer, that's going to take forever. Because like I said, my body gets very tired quickly. My body gets very tired. And it's better to have a reading book about time and money. It's better to just read about time and money. And then it can help me remember it. But I'm going to ignore the hard part and just do what I gotta do to get it over with. I'm gonna ignore the hard parts, do what I gotta do, learn as I can to get it over with, and then by the time I turn 21, I won't have to worry about that book anymore. But I gotta learn as I can and do what I gotta do, get it over with. But normally, I do know that book has an end, because it's like, you then look at it, and the end is right there. See where I'm pointing? That's the end. So yes, this book does have an ending, but it takes a really long time, or it takes a while to get everything completed in that book. So, if I'm having a hard time writing the correct answer, then there's always going to be help. If not, there's probably going to be help forever. It's okay to have help forever. It's okay to have help forever. 'Cause that means I can keep up the work to get the help that I need. Now normally I would do my time and money on paper when I'm at school and after school hours. Even though you may have a homework time, even though there may be a homework time, Then like after school you go home, you do your homework. Well, that's what like there are kids that do their homework when they come home from school. But but to me it's different because because when I go home I already learned what I had to learn in school, so I don't have to do anything else at home. I can just rest, take a break, and get on my tablet and watch videos or pace. It would be better. Now, pretty soon, like my birthday's coming pretty soon. My birthday's probably gonna be in a couple of months, or pretty soon it's gonna be my birthday. But my birthday's on October, and that's gonna be a long way ahead. October 27th. I do know when my birthday is, October 27th. That's what I do know. My birthday is on October 27th. That's the correct answer. But what I don't know about this book is that it has a lot of information you have to learn in order to get the skills that you need to succeed. But normally, if I were to keep learning it and keep reading the book, then I would basically get the answer correct that time. I would basically get it correct. But my brain has a problem with long learning books. My brain has a problem with long learning books. I got the book, but like I said, just because I got the book doesn't mean I like the book. Just because I got the book does not mean I like the book. What I prefer the best is to learn from reading. Yes, I get you can learn also from learning books, but you can also learn from reading. And reading can probably help you learn. But if you don't understand the words, it is easy to take a word that you don't understand that's in the book, type in the word on the notepad, and it will say it. Because probably, yeah, a robot would know all the words. A robot would know all the answers, and God would know all the answers. And maybe I don't know all the answers to the book. But if I had this book over weeks, then there's really no need to do it if I already did the book. But I need to tell you is that how hard or difficult the book is, I can always keep trying or ask for help if I get it incorrect.